Well, gang, we're here today at Fall In 2023 in the Wyndham Resort, formerly known as the Host. We saw a lot of stuff today. We spent a lot of money. We bought some toys. We saw some cool games. Greg?
Tony, I believe you specifically said yesterday on Facebook that you would not be spending any money today, that you had enough projects.
Whoa. We bought things that we needed.
Exactly. All of the purchases I made today were useful and were in no way, shape, or form.
I think the term purchase is inappropriate. You made investments.
I did. None of those investments were extraneous to any of my current projects.
Well, I will say, it looked like quite a few of us were making investments in Baron's War from Footsore Miniatures. I saw a lot of Baron's War action going on.
I might have a couple hundred plastic Byzantines to paint up for that.
So, yeah, there was that. We did see a lot of excellent games today.
We did, and now I should point out, we all just made the day trip here on Saturday. Saturday's kind of the big day at the show, but technically this is a Thursday to Sunday event, so lots of stuff that we did not get the opportunity to see.
Yeah.
But of the stuff that we did get to see, a couple jumped to mind immediately. Of course, the biggest one that I saw, big, just physical footprint, was a 28mm Peking game.
Oh yeah.
It was huge. It was 55 days of Peking, and it was hundreds, if not thousands, of 28mm figures and 28mm scaled walled. It was phenomenal.
And Tony, like the movie, culturally sensitive also.
Yeah, of course.
Right, there's that.
You can always expect that, yes.
There was some Star Wars action that we saw and we really liked.
Yeah, the Star Wars action made me do a double take because it, I think, was 15 millimeters.
Yeah, I've never seen 15mm Star Wars, and I feel less because I haven't.
I don't know where you get 15mm Star Wars, but apparently you can.
And it was gorgeous. We saw Mark's group doing some Vietnam Fireball Forward favorite rule set with us, and a great bunch of guys.
Absolutely. I'll bounce back to another sort of sci-fi fantasy thing we saw. Chris Grau, he has been threatening for a while to break out this epic Helm's Deep game that he's been working on for a year, and it was worth the wait, gentlemen.
Oh yeah,
it
beautiful.
was definitely
beautiful.
It was everything you would imagine a Helm's Deep game to be.
Chris Grau is one of our patrons, and it just did a magnificent job.
Yeah, all kinds of interesting sourcing for that because it's 10mm Lord of the Rings, so he had some cobblestone stuff out there, a lot of 3D printed models, some of them that he had done custom just for his setup. And he was using the new Two Fat Lardies rules that are coming out soon, Midgard, which we did a playtest of, actually, at Historicon. I think, Miles, were you in the
I was
playtest?
In that,
Yeah. So, he said it's been going really well. He's had 4 sessions so far, another one to go, and that's definitely one day that I would love the opportunity to play in.
We saw Battle of Culloden that was... It was really well done, beautiful miniatures, beautiful terrain.
Yes, absolutely. Right next to that was a really nice volley and bayonet setup. Not a set of rules that I see run that often at conventions, but a personal favorite of mine, so I kind of had to stop and check that one out. Miles, any standouts for you?
Well, I think one is Martin Kelly. Martin Kelly is a perennial Game Master Award winner. In fact, I think he has an award that says Game Master of the Year.
Game Master of the Year. Well deserved for Martin.
He was running a force-on-force modern game that just looked superb.
Afghanistan,
Martin always has great terrain, great miniatures, and he actually designs the scenarios really well. It's no shame that I always come up second to him in any award category. But next year, Martin, I'm gunning for you.
There was the Tora game, which, what can you say?
Well, we've shown that game, I think, a couple years ago on the channel from Patrick, and it was nice to see him bring that one out again because, 1-to-1 scale, every Japanese aircraft that was at Pearl Harbor, every U.S. ship at Pearl Harbor, a showstopper.
It's an amazing table, and Patrick does a great job.
I want to talk about another veteran GM, David Hill, who I had an interview with him at Historicon, this past Historicon, for his huge Samurai game. Well, he has another huge game set up here. Not Samurai, though, eh, Tony?
No, War of the Worlds with land dreadnoughts and Martian tripods.
So cool.
And don't think that all that was here or all that we saw was science fiction. Every period and every genre of warfare was represented. I saw Vietnam air game Roxanne Patton was running. There were World War II games in a multitude of scale. World War I, American Revolution. There were Ancients games. Every historical period, every historical genre is represented here quite well and quite nicely done.
Speaking of quite nicely done, also nice to see the Toys for Tots table here. As always, those guys do an incredible job. They have all kinds of stuff that they were auctioning off, miniatures in a sort of blind, silent auction. Just one of many initiatives that you have to really commend the volunteers and HMGS for supporting.
Yeah, and the miniatures quality of the painting that you can get for this auction are superb.
Yeah, another reason to come to an HMGS show, the flea market. I don't know how you gentlemen fared this year. I fared extremely well in the flea market. It was very crowded. They always do morning, afternoon sessions. Got one of my scores for you right here. 172 medieval plastic castle kit. Looking forward to this. Got a couple ideas for ways that I might be using this in some 15mm action. Tony, any flea market scores for you?
I picked up a couple rule sets that I was curious about. I'm going to go back for the afternoon session of the flea market. Maybe make a second pass, see if there's any more goodies. Also, the dealer hall was plump with product and sales, and we bought some stuff in the dealer hall.
Invested.
We invested in some new projects in the dealer hall. A lot of great vendors with a lot of good stuff and a lot of good prices on things. And, you know, it warms my heart to say that I wasn't doing this for me, but I'm helping out the community by giving them money that I otherwise would have
Tony,
wasted
that's why we love you.
On a retirement.
I think the guys at HMGS should be really commended. This convention has been going really well. The dealer hall was hopping. You know, I haven't seen that kind of life at a fall-in dealer hall in years.
Yeah, I talked to a couple of people on staff who said that turnout numbers were really strong this year, and it certainly looks that way. I know and I think you guys did as well, bumped into a couple of people who said this was their first ever show, which is always really nice to see. A little bit of unfortunate news. This is not breaking news. Many of you probably know that Cold Wars in the spring has been canceled. So the next HMGS convention here on the East Coast, the next big one, is not going to be until next July, Historicon.
And we'll be there.
We will absolutely be there, and we hope that you guys will be there as well. We'll be sure to post about it on our channel. Plenty of Historicon updates and news coming up. But for now, from Fall In 2023, this was a really good show, guys.
All right. Thank you very much. I can't see anything.
Are we in the shot?
No.
Do I need to come closer?
I can't really tell. I think you're in. Yeah, you're in.
Greg's in now.
You're in.
Here, I can rotate this a little bit.
No, but I think we want to focus more on me.
Do we?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure?